Secretary of the United Nations, Development Program and representatives of international organizations, other development partners, and former Minister of Foreign Affairs and former officials of government, cultural performing artists, other invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of the official launch and commissioning ceremonies and rehabilitation of laboratories of the Liberia Standard Authority, it is my pleasing duty at this time to present to you His Excellency Naboka, Senior President of the Republic of Liberia, will make remarks.
Madam, please have a seat. I want to recognize the Minister of Commerce and former Minister of Commerce that are sitting around here, and former Minister of Foreign Affairs of members of the diplomatic corps, union partners, representatives of development organizations, distinguished partners, Liberians. I think we've listened already to a lot of keynote addresses. The issue of standard is very practical, and we need to make it known. And because even the people in the market women, they don't know how corrupt they are by what they do, taking those cans and knocking the bottom, put the peanut in there. They don't know how much they cheat other people to make profit. I've lived in this country and I've been very vigilant. There was a time we had a toilet tissue on the market. Way back, some of you remember, it called Living 60. Living 60 was nice, well packaged. And by the time we looked, because Living 60 was being sold all over, I saw Loving 60. The same packaging, but sometimes people don't know what they call hitting inflation. Sometimes it look the same, and not the same. And then when I looked, I saw Irving 60, E-R-V-I-N-D. All they wanted to make sure the last E-I-N-G. And because they know our people don't know, and the packaging look the same, they bought it. But all of those things were not packaged the same way. There's a hidden inflation, even in colognes, in soap. And we are cheated every day on those bases. I'm glad that when you go to school, you have a WIAC exam. To tell you whether you are at the 12th grade standard to graduate. Standards are very important to industries. They are very important to our economic life. I have been in a house for 44 years, and the aluminum, I think I would put there, still there. Today, you go on the market, you buy what they call aluminum, it's not the same thing. They shortchange us every day because we don't know. Even the steel rod you buy, you get shortchanged every day. And even when you go to buy gasoline, are you getting the same quantity? So today we'll be dedicating this, but it's whether we're going to upgrade it. We're going to make sure that the standard, I'm sure some of you, like some of us, you said you wear size 7. Sometimes you wear size 7 that pinches. Yeah, I don't know But it's the same standard size 7, but you feel standard every day, and it's about time that we have to upgrade not just our living standard, but you have to do commerce for our country. That we have to take measurement quality. We have to pay attention to it. Don't think that people will just buy. I always tell people that a person who comes to buy a table, they are not looking at the beauty of the table, they are looking at a fault that will discourage them from buying. By the time they see something that will discourage them, they will not buy it because it doesn't meet the standard they're looking for. And so today we are here on a very important decision, and I like the way our development partners are very concerned about if we have to move further, how we should move, some of the details that we should look at. And today we are here to launch this. But even when we give people construction, road construction, I've been meeting the standard. And now we don't care. It matters economically. It matters with respect to your product on the market, how competitive you are. And I think this thing should trickle down to the small people as well. In the marketplace, the business place, so that we are able to measure with other countries, other places, so that the standards, the buildings, the quality of product is our money's worth. Because it protects the consumer, it protects, you see buildings that collapse within a short time because people don't look at it. I'm a witness to that way back. Graduating from high school, some of us were having a meeting in the porch. Some of you remember on the other street, the porch just collapsed. And I put that now once to you. So that, I'm glad that they're doing it right in public works. Because public works, you are concerned with standard, but also in the food industry. Everywhere, standards should be our concern. So our farmers, the measurement, sometimes these 25 kilo bags, I'll be ready 25 kilo bags. We have to pay attention to that. We're cheating the people. The quality, in terms of quality, in terms of quantity. So I am happy that we are here today to cut the ribbon to the building. It's not just the building, we're talking about what goes on here and what goes on after. Because after today, and that is the issue of standards. It's not just a detail. What they were 2 years ago should be monitored. A practical story is that when I used to work with LPRC, the tankers you see there, some of the tankers were calibrated that down the bottom there, about 100 gallons can settle there. You won't take it out. 50 gallons. A lot of people made money. So you take the screw off, but one there they call it a pop-up. And that's why they make the money out of it. So we have to be very vigilant. We have to be very conscious of all of this. And I'm happy that you have your former minister of commerce here who have dealt with this before. We have to be very, very vigilant. We have to keep this, whatever we have here, working accurately. Just experienced standard when the microphone was non-standard. Yeah. I want to thank you all, and I want to thank our partners for helping us to move step by step to upgrade our system, our standard living, and how we interface with other parts of the world. I'm very happy to be here this morning for to dedicate this, but I'll be happier if we can maintain the standard make sure that we continue to work, that we can go to those gas stations, recalibrate, that we can take the way bridges, because we don't do that. We are shortchanging people, and we're not doing business as it should be. So, Madam Minister, you have a lot of tasks behind there for us to dedicate to make sure that we maintain the standard so that we become part of the international community. Thank you very much for this program.
Also, that was the voice of His Excellency President Joseph Yuman Mbwaka speaking here at the Laboratory Standards Authority Laboratories launch here on Lane Street, Lane Street in the Ministry of Public Works compound. So, the President has come to launch and commission Laboratory Standards Authority. This authority will be responsible to test the quantity and quality of materials that will go on the market. So again, I'm Joe Rice, also from Joe Spoon, Executive Mansion reporter here following this story. Thank you. And we will then watch the cutting of the ribbon, and after the cutting of the ribbon, and then we
look forward to the organizers coming to accompany the president.
All right, so this is the knot, and here's where the president will do the cutting of the ribbon, and after cutting of the ribbon, we will take a tour to see how improved this facility has become over the year. So let's watch the cutting of the ribbon, and after the cutting of the ribbon, we will be going up right after this. So they are qualified with photos, and after a good photo, they'll be cutting off the ribbon. I mean, I'm jumping for all the mosquito. So the president is going for group photos, and after they come and do the cutting of the ribbon, and after the cutting of the ribbon, he will take a brief tour to see this facility and all of the standard that they have here in terms of materials and what they're going to be using to test the quality and the quantity of materials that will be on the Liberian market. And again, this sector is under the Ministry of Commerce. So now you have Commerce Minister is here in present. Mrs. Madeline Dakosa, Honorable Madeline Dakosa, she's here in present, and she gave a remark, and followed by other development partner, the UN representative here, and that of the European Union representative here, Lena De Cruz. She's here present, and she was able to give a remark, and that of the UN representative was also here. So the government of us, so the UN representative are here also. So now the president is coming to cut the ribbon to officially launch and commission the Liberia Standards Authority laboratory here in the confines of the Ministry of Public Works. Take a video.
Come outside here,
Members of the diplomatic corps, Madam Resident Coordinator of the United Nations Development Program and representative of international organizations, other development partners, Madam former Minister of Foreign Affairs and former officials of government, cultural performing artists, other invited guests, members of the press, distinguished ladies and gentlemen. On the occasion of the official launch and commissioning ceremonies and rehabilitation of laboratories of the Liberia Standard Authority, it is my pleasing duty at this time to present to you His Excellency Maboka Senior, President of the Republic of Liberia, who will make remarks.
Madam, please have a seat. I want to recognize Minister Commerce and former Minister of Commerce that are sitting around here. And Commerce and former Minister of Foreign Affairs of members of the diplomatic corps, European Union partners, representatives of development organizations, distinguished partners, Liberians. I think we've listened already to a lot of keynote addresses. The issue of standard is very practical, and we need to make it known. Because even the people in the market women, they don't know how corrupt they are by what they do. Taking those cans and knocking the bottom, put the peanut in there, they don't know how much they cheat other people to make profit. I've lived in this country and I've been very vigilant. There was a time we had a toilet tissue on the market. Way back, some of you remember, it called Living 60. Living 60 was nice, well packaged. And by the time we looked, because Living 60 was been sold all over, I saw Loving 60. The same packaging, but sometimes people don't know what they call hitting inflation. Sometimes it looked the same, and not the same. And then when I looked, I saw Irving 60, E-R-V-I-N-D. All they wanted to make sure the E-I-N-D. And because they know our people don't know, and the packaging looked the same, they bought it. But all of those things were not packaged the same way. There's a hidden inflation, even with cologne and soap. And we are cheated every day on those bases. I'm glad that when you go through school, you have a WIAC exam. To tell you whether you are at the 12th grade standard to graduate. Standards are very important to industries. They are very important to our economic life. Uh, I have been in a house for 44 years, and the aluminum I think I would put there is still there. Today, you go on the market, you buy what they call aluminum. It's not the same thing. They shortchange us every day because we don't know. Even the steel rod you buy, you get shortchanged every day. And even when you go to buy gasoline, are you getting the same quantity? So today we'll be dedicating this, but it's whether we're going to upgrade it. We're going to make sure that the standard. I'm sure some of you, like some of us, you said you wear size 7. Sometimes you wear size 7 that pinches. Yeah, I don't know whether it's the same type as size 7, but you feel standard every day, and it's about time that we have to upgrade not just our living standard, but you have to do commerce for our country. That we have to take measurement, quality. We have to pay attention to it. Don't think that people will just buy. I always tell people that a person who comes to buy a table, they are not looking at the beauty of the table, they are looking at a fault that will discourage them from buying. By the time they see something that will discourage them, they will not buy it because it doesn't meet the standard they're looking for. And so today we are here on a very important occasion, and I like the way our
Just remove this. Smoke, get a smoke. Yeah. How is she doing? No excuse. Hey, please excuse. You have to make room for the bishop.
Excuse me,
Make room for the bishop. Make room for the bishop, please. Please make room for the bishop, please. Yes.
the press. What are you?
Well, you are waiting for me?
Hey, hi Mars. Hi everyone. I was
You
just
are,
about to movie.
you are waiting for me?
That's what it looks like, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because I said when I get on the screen.
That's what it was. I
Yeah,
was
I'll
supposed
be, me, I was falling asleep and I see, you know what?
Yeah, me too.
Maybe she not forget. Let me guess.
um how
Yeah,
are you? How's everything?
yeah.
Hey everyone.
Ramadan is
Thank
going
you.
small, small.
What happened?
I said the Ramadan is going small, small. To recheck in the Ramadan every day. I think today's will be the 4 or 50. I don't know.
I think that would make it long if I keep checking it like that.
Yeah,
They
to can be
just,
checking it.
they just ignore and before
I,
you know.
brother can be checking the days.
Yeah. Hey, how you doing, Moses? How's everything? Thank you guys for being here this late. Thank you so much for coming. I was so beat up yesterday, guys. I had to go to my son's game, and I came back. I was so tired.
What
Uh,
sport? What sport he play?
Football.
Oh, the American men. I didn't want can be hitting one another, right?
I don't like it, but that's what he likes. I'd rather he stick with the basketball, but
No,
he's more enthusiastic about the football than he is about basketball. He plays both sports, but he's more on fire for football. He's a rough boy.
really that's in American children.
He's a rough kid, and I don't like it, but
Okay,
what can you do, right?
American children, really that's in the born at the environment, you know, societal impact, influence. American children when they born when they born in the country, that American football, but you live in.
He's
Anyone born in children in Africa that football, they let it soccer. So
some of
hey,
them do like the basketball. He likes basketball, but he's just not crazy about it like the way he is with the football. I don't understand why. And that was the first thing he was playing though, basketball. He was football, but
I, I
and
went
he's
to one
really
of my
good at it too. And he's really like yesterday he had it they winning something, he scored 2 touchdowns. He
Hmm.
Yeah, he's every time he plays, he scores. He's one of the something. So I try to just leave him because he's good at it. If he got hurt one time, and I was like, "Oh my God, you're not playing this anymore in your life," and people were like, "Don't do that." He hurt his leg, and it was like that's what's supposed to happen. I'm like, what? He's supposed to be. I'm the only one who's in the ER when that happens. So what do y'all mean? That's what's supposed to happen, but.
I
He
went to one of
gets
my friends play the last time watching. Was it Eagle or play right? Or watching Eagle game with her son. Eagle lose that game and they see the ball crying. I think like 7 year or 8 year ball crying. You might say you get a long way to cry.
Yeah. My son, my son would be banging on the wall. I mean,
Yeah,
Eagle lost the game, right?
yeah. Eagle start crying for Eagle at the age. He might say you get a long way to cry with my son. I said, don't say that to the ball. Why you taking Eagle? Why is Eagle can win or what?
No, even when they're playing, when they lose the game, they can't cry. That's what they do, like kids. Anytime they lose again, that my son would come home and be all mad, and I'm like, cheer up. You win some, you lose some. You get everything. Just you did well. I would feel like, bro, yeah, I did what
He start crying for Lone Star when they lose. I mean, you got a long way to cry.
I used to cry for Lone Star.
You're all right.
I remember when I was little, he said when Lone Star, oh no, beat Lone Star. Well, it was it 90? What was it? 6 or 7? Was it when? That was before Weekend in America. That beat Lone Star were crying. The children were laughing at me.
The only thing I used to cry for the IE. Oh, my IE business was strong. What?
See, everybody have their
IE playing? In fact, when IE playing, said I hold this like Christmas Day for me. Oh yes, shit. IE. Auntie, I ever loved things like IE said in my whole life. IE. Shit. Oh yeah.
I don't know about IE.
I used to love IE.
Hey George, what's up?
Oh, look, not bad, guys. Thank you for coming online. Yeah, I just came from church and I saw you guys just chatting. I'm like, oh, why not? I was just joining these guys to have a conversation. How you guys doing? Yeah.
We're doing all right. Yeah, so what's on you guys' mind? Like, you know, in the country, I know like the trending thing that I've been going with the whole food item thing, and then Mr. Senator Amarkonen added something to it too, and it's been a ongoing discussion at my end. That's what I know about going on. But what about you guys, Morris?
Yeah, let George go ahead.
You want to pick for my conversation point, to come against it? That's it. Okay,
I don't
look. Okay, let's just observe it. What I'm going to say, you're going to critique it. Maybe that's what you're going to do. That's not cool. But let's do it. Look, let's be realistic. For me, I have a lot of Muslim friends, and there's no difference between Muslim and I just from church. But we might die one day and realize there was no God. And it will be shocking. So what we do here, I really think to maintain war order, that's what the religions are for, to maintain war order, to be good to people. Even Christianity preach giving alms to the poor, and Muslim preach the same thing. We are the same. However, some other religions are more robust in protection than others. For Christian, you do something to them and say, I forgive you, and God will pay my debt, right? While other religion will be like, what is on earth is done on earth. You do me, I do you. We are still on the Moses law. So there's a little bit of difference, but we all strive for the same thing. And I think there's no reason why anyone will be going against certain group of people, except for what they are known for. And for me, there is no marking around about it. When I saw that video, my skin creeped. These people were not speaking English. They were speaking Arabic.
No.
And no, okay, not Arabic, but some other language, some other dialect. Yes, some other language that is very synonymous with Alakubalu, right? And my skin creep. You know, when in a shopping mall, Alakubalu, my man, you gotta run. You know what I mean? So look, I felt a little bit shaking, and I really want to get to the bottom of it. And I think some other brothers have come up from the Muslim faith to say, look, the name is not appropriate. You know what I mean? We already have a war that is going on in Nigeria between the Fulanis and local people. They are burning villages, killing people. And then you come to Liberia, you have the same name almost. There's a reason to fear. There's a reason. No, nobody should be naive enough to think that, oh, we just forget it. Oh, they put a Fulani here, but it Liberians too. No. We can't forget it like that. Look, when they say snake bite you, when you see empty shell, you will jump. Yeah, we can see even Donald Trump had to go and launch heavy bombs on them in Nigeria. the same Fulani people. Then we have them in Liberia, then we see them speaking some language that we don't understand, and the information in Kaki, my people, we even see God say, chill, gotta grab our skin. I am tolerant, but I will not be naive enough to say that it did not bring fear to me. Fear gripped my skin. I had chill bone all over my body. I was like, no, we gotta go, down to this. And then the name, no, we're not going to accept that. If we know that our Liberian people, we're not accustomed to those suicide thing, or those things. We fought our war and that was it, and we are not. Only one time, I think at the time I was working for the UN, and I even slept in the UN compound because I could not go home when my New and Christian war happened in around the Somalia Drive, which is now Japan Freeway, and that was the only thing that happened. So for us to see that happening, for me, is a reason of concern. And I think those who will say is going against Muslim, I don't agree. It is just a cautionary thing that we all need to be cautious of. And if there's a certain group amongst us that think they need security from us, we have to investigate why people need security. Why do they do that? Why can we implore our national security to help them in the area they feel that they need the security for? They to organize themselves and get a security group, and then national security, not just security for the mosque, but national security. I think the nomenclature is very fearful, and I think there's a reason for what is going on. And I think people should come to their senses and try to make amends in whatever they're doing. Thank you.
Thank you, Morris. And I have few posts too that I will read concerning that. I know it's the trending thing that's still going on, and we will go from there too. But go ahead, Morris.
Yeah. Brother Josh, I didn't give you the chance to speak because I wanted to pick on I think I'm equipped enough to come up with my own thoughts.
Exactly. You're coming to address what I said. Go ahead, my brother. Forget about that thing. I just said it in passing.
Can I go ahead, boss man?
Yeah, you can. Go ahead.
Thank you, sir. So I'm equipped enough to come up with my own thought. Look, on the issue of Amara Kone, I think a few days ago, I stated my position on the show that I condemn Amara Kone from the statement, the fact that he claimed ownership. He has the right to speak for everybody because he's not a senator for his ethnic group. He's a senator for a whole country that comprises of He's a senator of a country that comprises of different tribes. So I had a problem of him claiming ownership when he said my ethnic group. That sent a different interpretation. As much as he has the right to speak, so I condemn that aspect. On the issue of the security group, the Fulani security people training, look, we all have our position. Look, these people that live in the country, the Fullers are citizens in that country. Whether you like it or not, as much as they got Kru people in Ghana, they got Mandingo people in Guinea, they got Gisi people in Sierra Leone and Liberia. Likewise, they got Fuller people in Liberia. So if you got Fuller people any part of the world causing trouble, you cannot equate that to the Fullers that are living in Liberia. That is a misjudgment. It's like you got some group of Mende people or Mandingo people somewhere causing havoc. Then you say because the Mandingo people that are in Liberia, you've been living with them peacefully for years, for years upon years. You want to equate that? That is not fair. That is stereotyping. You can't do that. And Islam is a religion. It's just a religion. Islam is different from individual. Muslims are different from Islam. Islam is an institution that has its own laws, has its own thing. So if a Muslim is a person, it's just like any other group. Christian is a group. Christianity has its rules and guidelines. If you leave it outside, you do something, you should be judged by that. And this is the stereotype that's suffering us in the whole world. Even in America, when black men do something, they will label you different way. But when the typical American man or white person do something, they will label you differently. And we all fall for this. And the enemies who want this to continue, they condition our mind for us to believe in this. That, oh, when you hear one person say Allah, anybody can say Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar is a word. You can use Allahu Akbar and do
You
something.
making fun.
You know, say that again.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I said be making fun. Be calling Allah Akbar and say anybody can say. And I say that nothing happened. Go ahead.
Yeah, but boss man, just allow me to say something.
Yeah,
You know what?
man.
You know what? It's okay. Since I just was on your mind, it's okay.
No, it's most of we're going into it. But go ahead, Ray. You just give me a method or something. So
Yeah, good evening to you guys. Good evening to our viewers here in the United States and around the world. Obviously, it's a pleasure to be on. Yeah, so I think we're just circling back, or should I say, going off of
yeah, because
old topic,
it's still a lot
uh,
of problem and training on
well,
some
so at the end of the day, just few segment of people that are trying to make this an issue, where there's actually absolutely no established, even from both the Ministry of Defense and Justice and stuff like that to establish that the people are any sort of threat to national security. But I also understand, people have their right to speak any kind of way. People have the right to have their opinions on issues. I mean, it's our country. We all have our right to speak on issues just the way we feel best, right? But still does not make it. It still doesn't make it a fact. We have had mixed, position on this issue, stemming from even some Fula people have come to condemn it. Madingu people have come to condemn it, including a very prominent, little sister of mine, Tunes Toure, who President Bakai just named, I believe last month as the youth chairperson. I think she escalated the whole issue.
I don't even know who that is. So
and I don't mind. Well, it was a girl that was in charge of that whole show speed. When show speed came to Liberia,
you sure she escalated? I didn't hear anything.
She did because her position was absolutely, ridiculous to say the least. When you as an influential person in a country, and you see something like that, you see a picture, and all of a sudden you just come and make a reckless position statement that stuff like this, kind of is what we see in southern Nigeria, Boko Haram, all that nonsense. You know what I mean? That is just an opposition that any influential person can take. It is absolutely wrong. You can't do that, right? And this group, they have a long established dealing in Liberia, stemming from since 2011, something that was obviously echoed by a District 15 representative. Is it District 15 Yeke Kolba? But Yeke Kolba actually said he knows of this group. Matter of fact, he know how the group came about.
Are we taking Yeke word now?
That there are no threat. No, what Yeke is a representative. He's a stakeholder in our Liberian society. Mm-hmm. Is he not? No, I'm just saying, is he not?
I say I know that, but
okay, so yeah, so Yeke have access to classify information, and besides, he have worked in a security apparatus in the country for a very long time. You can obviously say, oh, he was doing rebel time, whatever it is, but Yeke knows a thing or two when it comes to security. All right. So when Yeke come in and say these things, and I've said this and I'll continue to say, Fula people, they are not threat to Liberia. If there's a group of Mandingo people grouping themselves, I will be alarmed as a Mandingo person. If there's a bunch of Gio people grouping themselves, I'll be alarmed. Loma people grouping themselves, I'll be alarmed. But the Fula people have no history of participating in any disturbance in Liberia.
Really,
All
there's a
right?
person for
So
everything.
to actually, to actually look at these people, oh yeah, they have no history, none whatsoever. All right? But to look at these people, right, and look at a group that you will never hear of after Ramadan, right? To look at them and just start saying all this absolute outlandish, unfounded claim of them being some kind of associated with whatever is happening in Nigeria, it is absurd. And we that on this platform, we should have a responsibility to not actually buy into that whole nonsense. I think it's not fair. It's not going to help elevate our country to where we actually want this country to be. And I've gone through social media. I've seen a lot of posts coming from some of the people that we know on this platform, including one Justina Taylor, including one Good Day Flomo, continue to run with this rubbish. It is not helping us. It's not going to help us today. It's not going to help us tomorrow. So all I can say, allow the Justice Department to deal with the issue instead of us inflaming these things. Because now all people talking about, oh, let people get ready, Liberian people get ready. You'll start buying cutlasses and stuff like that. What are we doing? Have we not traveled that path before? And we still came back after butchering each other. We came back again to try to make a country. Then we should go back there again. It is ridiculous. And bulk of the people that are making these reckless statements are people that actually sit in the United States and outside of the country saying all these things. Because they understand when the bulls start, they will not be impacted by it. So I'm just saying, we can talk about this thing until that king don't come, right? It's not going to change what Liberia is. It's not going to change the demographic of the country. Everybody going to be there. We might as well just find a way to live with each other. If the police can say they can give security to these people during Ramadan, which of course, I've said this clearly. I'm supposed to wake up 5 a.m. to go to the masjid every time I'm in Liberia. But can I afford to do it? Because you know what? I know it's a risk. Because every time I'm laying in the room, I can see someone walking behind my window 24 hours. You think I'm going to take that risk to get out, to go do my Fajr prayer in the morning? I'm not going to do that. So if I can get my private security to help me get to the mosque and come back, I think anybody can do that. And the police will not afford to provide that to a group of people. So the people trying to find a way to get their people to the mosque and back. That's it. I don't see anything wrong with that.
Thank you. So, Teray, I know everybody a view that don't align with you say is alignish and stuff. And I don't come here to preach any kind of violence or kind of advocate for it. But you name everybody else says something unless the only people think you didn't need are the people the food in our own Facebook doing threats. They will hunt people down. They will go to people's houses and they will do this. Why are you saying other foods are coming out and making a statement like that they should back to do this? Who the hell is somebody to be threatening the government to speak out, or they will go to everybody's houses, they will do that one? Why is that thing even turning into a Muslim or a Mandingo and food? Whoever said anything about Mandingo in the whole thing or Muslim Benin in the whole thing? This is the thing that we always face in Liberia, and people don't like to talk about it. And you know my background to it, so that one, you know, I'm not going to be biased on that because I lived it and that's something that every time they say something that comes closer to Muslim, the whole world should stop. For what? You have this thing in Liberia that talk about every tribe's religion. They make even fun of the Christian, like that George was saying. The Christian religion a whole lot. You will not see everybody ganging up, say, oh, they're going against the Muslim because they're doing that. I mean, why every time? And we're supposed to be what? All Liberians, right? But some people just want to be off limits. These groups gather and like everything that go on in the region for people to sit and just say, oh, because Fuda people have not done that before, the people that are making those trouble in the other regions, right? They are and I don't even know how it become a citizen issue either. Fuda people are citizen. Fuda people that are, who care for them? Who citizen? The one that we came from. The one that we came from, the foreigner, that the alien that came down and put us through that problem that we went through for what? 14 years? What some of us don't know, Liberia? Was it aliens that came, that people making this thing, or somebody calling somebody an alien, or somebody calling they don't like the other religion? Why must it always end up in this or something? When they're talking about a group of people that just gather over there, they don't make a lot of people are talking about the entire Fuda race in Liberia, which is ridiculous. And then they come, some other people, they're always having the Muslim people, they always do that to Muslim people. Why must it always end up with religion, war, or ethnic something? Why can't they just talk about a group of people that are doing something? They got a group of Christians that can be for no good. You think I'll be seeing somebody doing something foolish because they are Christian? I'll go sit down and say, oh, because they talk to them, they are Christian. Then the whole Christian war should get up in Liberia and just go and start backing them up and start making it all about Christian war. We need to stop this, for goodness sake. They were talking about a group of people that were there. Some things that can be happening in a religion, not everybody can know about it. Some group of people can just put themselves together to decide to be bad. Now, I'm not saying that what's happening here, but it could be. Nobody knows that. A group of Christians, when the war was coming, was it every Christian in Liberia that knew about it? Or when Alhaji Kurma decided to something, was it every Muslim in Liberia that knew about it? No. When Chancellor was coming, or when the Giopo was something, was it everybody in that race who knew about it? Absolutely not. So why every time they talk about it, that's the part that make me sick to the brain, because I'm sick and tired of hearing everybody want to play the Muslim and Christian war thing. It's disgusting. Why can't we just talk about a group of people because they're part of a religion? They gotta make everybody. Somebody come they always do that to the Mandingo and the Fulani and the Muslims. When did this turn to a Muslim, Mandingo, and Fuda thing? Why can't it just be the group of people that are doing it that people concerned about? Why can't they just stay right there? Why should you assume that somebody got something against somebody on a citizenship, or somebody got something against somebody on a religion, or this and that? Why must it always end up like that? That's my own problem. There's no problem when you do this for Christian. Let's be honest, and John said it here. I will have to send it. They will do. You will see nobody coming up to say all Christian putting together to fight Christian and something war. Why can't we are all Liberians. Why is it so something that another group or somebody or religion, when they talk about it, then it should be the whole country should shut down. Nobody should speak about it. But when the other people, it can be spoken about, everything happening and nothing, they can speak about another tribe in Liberia. We can call it Pelepo stupid. We can call somebody or something. We can, all the stereotyping and something like the guy with other people, it's okay. But whenever it comes to Mandingo, all food, everything, then the whole worship, they always do it. And then you got somebody who sits in the highest seat, and he has another video today playing, talking about don't be ashamed of who you are. Ridiculous. That attention he's looking for, or what? Who is ashamed of who they are, or why should somebody be ashamed of who they are? These are the people that put the flame on the thing that going on. Needs to stop. We're talking about a group of people. Fuda people, nobody said that they are doing anything or there's something. Some of the Fuda people, they were part of the group, whatever you they were part of it. They may not have a Fuda defense force.
There's no record of that.
Defense force or whatever. They may not have it. But leave me, because I know what I'm talking about. Just stop making us seem like saying that people doing that, people doing that. So since they are Muslim, so let's join Muslim brother and sister and something. No, you know that is a fact. It has got to stop in Liberia. I know that. I live there. I know what I'm talking about. Ture knows that. And for people to always, and there's always going to be an issue if you claim you are a part of a nation. For everybody to be treated the same way, when it comes to you, then it should be a different treatment and something. It should be a different standard. That's not going to call it. Am I people that coming on and like we said here the other day. If you have the receipt, you have the facts, you have everything.
Thank you, Amy.
Be
Yeah,
done like it is wrong for it to be done like that to anybody else. If he has the receipt, he has it, he bring it up, that's okay. But for you to come bring gossip on a Senate floor, then you go and standing to the mosque to I know that attention you're looking for, that vote you're looking for 2029. Don't be ashamed of who you are. Who said anybody was ashamed of or somebody should be ashamed of who they are? It's ridiculous, and we all have to stop it. They're already rhetoric, and I got some quotes they said that, and somebody else said y'all study people know what exist since 2011. Somebody need months, they're all around the place. They said they never seen any of these people in there. And they said they are somebody there. So why they making it all of this thing about that's gonna that everybody crazy? And this was a Muslim person talking. So why they
Like
making
what they got months where?
to relate the woman finish.
Something they got months. He was naming the months they all in Liberia. He said that you never seen these people, they're all in the truly Muslim. So they're making it seem that is for Fuda and Mandingo. But it's only for the Fuda people. That's what he was saying. I don't know that. He was saying that.
I mean, MP will have freedom of worship, bro.
Yeah, Amy, let me come on. Let me say my own lastly, please, if I can, I beg you.
Yeah, we need to
Look,
come.
this whole thing, the way I see it, we have to be very bold with ourselves. This whole situation are going on. If they say this particular group were established before Liberia was created, we have not seen such video to come up. Once a video as such come up, we have to express our opinion about that video and what that video resembles. If you say we keep quiet only because it's you, then we are not in a free society.
Well, I'm not a Fula man, so.
Yeah, no, it's not Fula. We are not saying you are Fula, and we are not saying anyone is Fula or anybody. But for the fact that the Maniopo go to the mosque the same 3 a.m., the Fulapo go to the same mosque. The Gisi people who are Muslim, they go to the same place. For these people, the only form of Fula, national security, it is an issue already on yourself. We can't sit back so proudly and say, oh, because Fulapo are not part of the war, so you think nothing can happen in the first time?
Yes, I know.
Before the war, there were no local defense force. And the local defense force came into place during the war. So should we have looked at then say, okay, no, they ain't part of any brutality, so we just let them have their own defense force. Will we do that? If these people have any security need, even when protests come in the city, in the country, they can go and ask, the people can go and register and say, look, we are having this thing here, the program is happening, so we want security. Police can lead people to go to places. It's our taxpayer money. Let them just request security, they will give them security. Either at the mosque or somewhere. But if you say you cannot get out of your house and go to the mosque, and because on your way to the mosque, so you want them to say, everybody that live in their house, once you get to BBN to go all the way to the mosque, it doesn't happen at that. The security, they must be somewhere, at the church, or at the mosque to wait for the people. But they can't go to each person's house and say, okay, get in the car, we'll carry you to the mosque. Get in the car. You know how many trips they were made before that mosque get full? So they say that common sense we need to use. People should not do these things and power on a religion. This is not a religious matter. I will say it today, I will say it tomorrow. As soon as I hear that particular language they were speaking and then the incapacity, nothing comes to my mind. And you should too. You should be concerned as well. So look, I think that's what it is. That's my point. I will just leave it at that.
Ture, let me come.
No, Maury, wait.
No, that Maury's coming.
No, but wait now, and I mean, it's not. It's
no. Go ahead.
Basically, Josh, when I said,
go ahead.
I don't feel safe waking up 4-5 a.m. in the morning to go to my local mosque in Johnsonville. I'm not saying that I need a security, or at least every Muslim in Liberia need a security escort to take them to the mosque in the morning. But what I'm saying is, the country, Monrovia, is not safe.
Oh, really?
All right? It is not safe.
That's news to me.
Oh, yeah. It can be news to you all you want. I just came from there. I was just there. All right? It's not safe.
Because President Boyka said it's safe for everyone. That's what he said.
Time of the night,
Boyka said it's safe.
It could have been under any president. Even Charles that time when I say, all right. So let me
Well,
tell
the
you.
current presidency is safe.
Let me tell you now. Let me tell you this. Yeah. Well, we can say
It's
that.
much safer than what it used to be.
But at the end of the day,
We can argue that.
right? At the end of the day, the self-right of human is self-preservation. Under even America yet, the masjid we pray to inside West Philadelphia, just they go or Ramadan Eid that we had, a little boy appeared there with AR-15. AR-15, he got stabbed right by the masjid due to the police intel. So let me tell you, since then, the masjid and the city of Philadelphia have made it their duty to ensure that during that time, police will come and be all over the place. All right. So let me tell you, people, your safety start with you. Okay. We can talk about the nomenclature. We can talk about the name, obviously, National Fulani, whatever it is. Yeah, it may sound obviously,
But that's why everybody's supposed to
it might not be digestible to some. And I personally, I would not like the name.
That's why everybody's supposed to be speaking on instead of turning it into a religious war.
What I'm saying, Amy, everything you stated, obviously, you're missing a bigger picture, right? When you talk about Christian Muslim, we know very well nobody's oblivious to the reality that Muslim are minority in the country, right? And every time, we literally everybody gang up against us. That is a fact, all right? Even as recently as recently, the Keita and the Kamaras land issues. We just discussed on this platform. That was between two Muslims, right? And what happened? Some elements got there when the court went to enforce the evasion order. Some young men, they were being interviewed on School Network. They said they got there by 4 a.m. in the morning. The evasion supposed to have taken place 9 a.m. What are you doing there 4 a.m. in the morning for an evasion order? What did they say? They said they knew that the Muslims were going to start something, and our brought them there. What are we talking about? These are not isolated cases in Liberia. I'm not one of those guys who sits beyond religion or ethnicity. I'm as diverse as I can be. I got different ethnic groups in my background. So I'm not one of those guys who sits behind ethnic card or something like that. But we cannot also say that there is no instance that happened. Even a rap war, if they tell you what a rap war generated from, you'll be shocked. That was not even a Muslim and Christian thing. But people took it to that level because there was a Muslim involved.
Oh, the Christian want to escalate it to that level.
I'm not saying the Christian escalated. Whatever brought the escalation, it became a rap war. But you will be surprised to know
it was stupid. That's what it was.
What you brought that about? People get in our country. People get absolutely how do you call it? Paranoid every time there's a Muslim name or Madingo name is brought about. That is a fact.
Those are the things that you
people get absolutely paranoid.
That's not true.
I'm sitting here to say this because I know I've experienced it. People get paranoid, and even the thing George is talking about, that whenever he hears Allahu Akbar, you know the meaning of Allahu Akbar? Allahu Akbar simply means God is great.
Yes, I do.
Exactly.
But God is great in so many ways.
You know what I mean?
I know.
So every time a Muslim should be
so many ways. God is good.
And I should be concerned when someone shout blood of Jesus.
Blood of Jesus, I was dense. When someone said Allah, I'll take out my saber and run.
Words. Let us stop weaponizing words. And take it out.
You can't be looking at snake and say that that's Morris coming.
Yeah.
We're not calling Sparrow when looking at snake.
You know,
my brother. Somebody said God is good now. I was saying dance. When somebody said Allah, I was wrong.
You know, I think we have to be intellectually honest here. Just on this platform.
Exactly.
Yeah. I think
that message will go to everybody.
When I listen to Ray spoke, and I think Amy misconstrued to Ray. Because if you listen to what Toure said, he said that there are a lot of people, there are a lot of Muslim, Madingo, Fula people, even on the very platform. Some all condemn the whole thing. Who condemn it? But if a group of Fula people do something, then you have Liberians equating that to Muslim Islam, Boko Haram, they equating that to Fulanis in how they call it, sir, in Nigeria. You don't expect the Muslims to respond to that?
Fulani in Nigeria.
My
not
sister,
Muslim.
my sister are coming.
Can
Who
we-
are who are the people that equating this to, as much as the people equate this to Muslim
Me.
you expect Muslim people to respond. Then you don't expect Muslim people to respond? No,
No,
that is
we are
not
saying
fair.
to respond.
Hey brother, amen. Even on the platform, here you have a brother that's saying, yeah, when you hear the name Allahu Akbar, he will run. Are you serious?
Yes. Yes.
So you don't even
Say
need to
that
say
that
that.
we hear it.
Wait,
Say that that we hear it.
Postman, this you see, so this is a problem. This is a problem right there, because they are even in Liberia, the Fulanis are well established. There are a lot of businesses in Liberia owned by Fulanis.
It doesn't matter.
My man, listen, my man, you were talking about listen,
Okay.
right?
No, my man, that business we're talking about human life and human security. We're talking about business. Okay. Let me pause myself. Let me mute myself.
My man, the war that you fought in your country that over 250,000 people died. Property got destroyed.
That's why we are careful now.
My man,
When we see any sign, we can run away. Okay.
my man,
Yeah.
those property that were destroyed, those human life that were destroyed, it was not orchestrated by Fulanis. So don't come up with your old Fulani people are there. No, the people that you should be scared of are not the Fulanis, are the people, not the Fulani Liberia, are the people that orchestrated that war that caused over 250,000 people to die, property go damage until today, your country can't even repair. So there are the people you're supposed to be afraid of. There are a lot of Christians that go over. You know the reason why sometimes I'm a Muslim. If a Christian may do something based on my religion, I'm not going to accuse the whole Christian. No way. Because there are a lot of good Christians. So the point here, so that's why you and I, Amy, you should also join the people to say, no, this is not Islam. This is a group of people. That's what That's what Toure is saying, and that's what we are saying.
No, that's not what Toure said.
No, that's what Toure is saying.
That's not what Toure said. I'm
Exactly what Toure is saying. Because there are a lot of people, because I started on the show and say I condemned it, even for people to say the Karen Fuller group. I said on the show, I said I condemn for group of people to come together to say they're protecting mosques. And to say this group are not being existing, no, this group are being existing in different way. The same way when they're having their churches, people got people that putting on usher, bringing people when they're having crusade. There are people that control crowd. It's the same thing. What's the difference? When they're having crusade, there are people that go, they control crowd, they provide security. What's the difference here? But I blame the government. I blame our government because the government is the one that escalated the whole thing. If the government was just supposed to explain this to the people, they come the citizens and they say, look, we disband this group, but look, the Fuller people are peaceful people, this and that. I blame the government for the whole thing.
Peaceful thing, I need to stop it.
But they are peaceful.
Nobody's
The
talking
Fullers
about,
are
okay,
peaceful.
you say I misquoted Toure. Toure came
Of course,
to name
of course he did.
everybody. No, you wait. So let me, you misquoted me. Toure
I'm
came
waiting.
and named everybody who condemned it and who was saying stuff that he claimed was outlandish because they did not align with his view on the issue. He never named anybody who's out there that giving threatening words and making it seem like it's a Muslim and Christian thing and equipping Mandingo in the midst of it too. He never said anything. That's what I said. So I don't know what you mean by I misquoted him. He never named any negative part of it. He only named the one that he never agree with. When he talk about hello sister, how one of you is outlandish, is absurd. When he talk about the other person here, they come and make the other person here, they mischaracterizing and come to the other, but he never said anything. And I will look for that voice. Video talk
They got the video, play the video.
Something. Oh, he gave it the government money. They will go after people. They will go do the one. They will go hunt people down. That peaceful people talking there. There was
they're saying Justina Unti, you can play that one too.
Yeah, if I don't know, I
exactly.
Justina was saying nothing wrong in her own. She was calling everything out there. I'm
really?
not calling it. You
when Justina said they will hunt us down in every houses, encouraging all Liberians to go buy cutlasses?
When she said it on the food or something, or she
I'm not
what
talking
is
about something. That's the reason I told you that there are numerous instances when these things happen, people come out and say outlandish stuff.
okay.
That is
So
the
that's what
truth.
I'm saying. When you're naming those outlandish things, you also go on the other side too and be fair to the conversation. Don't just name just one side of it. That's what I said. And then Maurice said, I'm misquoting you.
Mhm.
What I saw Justina Taylor post on there, something was Amara Conan. Questioning Amara Conan, you come here trying to create problem in our country, trying to make an ethics statement, conversation. When you were finance minister, you are this, you are that. What did you do for the Mandingo people when you're trying to look for a sentiment, something here to act like you're a senator for a county? That's what the post I saw from Justina Taylor. I didn't see anything the way you talk about from her, and I'm not backing her. If she even says something like that, it's wrong as well. I'm not backing it. What I'm upset with is that people trying to make the whole thing something that Maurice trying to make it look like they say Muslim. That's not true. They say Fuda something there, and the Fuda that are in Nigeria, they're trying to equip them with them. All of your Germans are trying to make it like, oh, they say they're talking to all Muslims. That's the decision I was trying to make. Just because a group of people from a religion, it doesn't mean that the whole something that when one person talking to them, then I mean they're talking to the whole religion.
That's what we are saying.
That's what I hear you're saying. When these people came out and said, "Oh, I saw purple," and so something Mandingo and Fuda, and then they must say, that's what it said. So that thing making so then they're not talking about Mandingo and Muslim and something that so it making now like them Mandingo people think now they're supposed to support everything. Some Mandingo people think they're supposed to support everything and they're supposed to, because they're not talking about Muslim, but then I mean that they're talking about no, it was not about Muslim, it was about a group that were over there. They try to make it about that when they came out and said that. That's how the conversation went that far. But you're not being honest with the conversation. You're just making it seem that people just came out and just all the Muslim people. No, that's not what it was about. And we gotta be honest with these conversations. We all got Muslim friends and family. We all know that we something. There's no way when you see wrong, you say that. If I see anybody else doing, like I said, crazy, you talking about Justina Taylor and something, those are foolish things to be saying. The same way too, I was saying. So for you to say, for you to say that it'll always happen and so and so. Toure, when they want to break down CDC headquarters, George, what time they got there? Did they get at 9 in the morning?
No man, I bring cities. No man, I bring cities 15 again.
When they go and break down,
yeah, but the man that said when she comparing,
you bring cities 15 again.
Don't do that, because if you find out something this thing, they're talking about
CDC that like the people enter
a Muslim thing again.
Nonsense.
Or something. So when
you see that now, I'm a problem in
I know, man. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Don't bring quality in here.
Yeah. Amy.
They came early. Why are you disturbing me?
No, but having conversation, Amy.
If you want to sway the conversations,
we're having conversation.
You said it. How am I swaying the conversation? You said it. You said it was between two Muslim people, and then somebody went there 4 o'clock in the morning when they saw to be there at 9 o'clock. That's the first who I'm trying to something. CDC headquarters, the one that was 4 to 5 in the morning. When you hear people on these they're talking about the one that broke down that community, the one that early in the morning was sleeping, they came on us. They will never tell you they went at 9 o'clock. So for you to come back to say, oh, because our Muslim people are Mandingo, that why they did that, then they say, oh, because they said that Mandingo people are going to cause problems. People come on here and say these things. It doesn't mean we should
I want to state the falsehood.
That's the difference I was trying to make. So don't say I'm swaying the conversation.
What falsehood though? What falsehood? No.
I don't even understand how many point. I don't even understand every point.
You listening to me, you understand my point.
Because you don't understand it. Because you don't understand it.
Yeah, you don't understand it, but you understand what you said about trying to debunk it, and you don't understand if you listen.
I seriously don't understand what you said.
Exactly what I said. I'll tell you exactly what I said. I said, when I issue of the most issue in real land, it was between two Mandingos,
right?
The Keita and the Camara. Okay, when the court order the invasion, right? You have people. The police supposed to go to enforce the invasion notice that was struck down by the court.
At 9 o'clock.
You have bunch of hooligans, because that's how I'm going to call them.
Mhm.
They went on the side. They had
A black guy
nothing
so
to do.
hooligans.
They had nothing to do with anything, but they went there purposely, according to some of whom were interviewed on School Network, that
According
their
to
purpose of going there 4 a.m. in the morning, even though they had no role to play in the evasion proceedings, right? But they claim that they came there 4 a.m. in the morning when the police was to go with the people that were charged of the evasion order. Before they could get there, all these Zogos and Zogis and whoever it was on the
And
side.
black guy.
And then what the men said after Spoon interviewed them, he said, "Why are you guys here? Why are you guys here?" They said, "Oh, we came here as if they were there because we saw what happened, right? They joined the police when the police were trying to, they overpowered the police. They started attacking the imam, started beating on people, right? And when they asked them, why were you guys doing it?" And their response was, "Oh, we knew that the Mandingo people was getting ready to do something." What are we talking about? Did the police call them there? The police call them there. Why are they going there? Are they part of the law enforcement apparatus?
we talked about that here.
Huh? Exactly. So talk about it, and that's what I said. So I don't know why you're trying to bring CDC in.
No, you're trying to say it's happening all the time.
What?
And then that was the one instant that
No.
all the time.
I just told you that
And then when you
anytime
talk
a
about
Muslim or Mandingo, listen to me now. Anytime a Muslim or Mandingo, people just feel like we don't have any right to say anything about how we are being treated in our own country.
I know.
All right? When a Muslim man speaks, they say, "No, you shut up. You don't have no space to talk." Go on social media. "Oh, we should be okay because," as if to say we were just allowing the country and we should shut up, we should not speak. You know what I'm saying? No. I'm being absolutely calculated in what I'm saying here today.
But
right? We're not supposed to speak. We're not supposed to speak. We're not supposed to speak. Some of the mainstream.
What do you mean we're not supposed to speak? This is what we're talking about.
Oh yeah, that's what we're talking about. Because you know what? That whole border situation, I've been stuck at a border. My own experience, I enumerated out here. 2023, I said out here at the border, entering into my own country, I've been cautioned. Why is it that John Flomo and I've been cautioned?
That's not true, Terrell.
Why is it that Mary?
Because you get out on your head.
Why is that Mary?
When you said that, I told you somebody also said something too about that.
I'm in a car with Mary. I'm in a car with John. I'm in a car with Flomo. We chopping it up. We discussing from where the corner. We have to get to the border. John Mary go show up paper. You go. Ture can show paper. My man Ture. Why man? What the hell? Why? I
can't hear him.
Batalabo.
Come on, man. These things happen.
Batalabo. The first thing, right, sir? You see, that's what I say, right? Batalabo. The first thing is that, right? That's what I say. We're all supposed to join to condemn what is.
Yeah.
Let me say something that before she fighting her. The first thing, right? We are supposed to condemn what is condemnable. Amy on the show have not even condemned that. Look, this thing. Yeah, go come back. Amy on the show have not even condemned that. Look, this thing is happening. It's not nothing about Muslim. Y'all should now equip the Muslim. She have not even condemned that. Even on the show, here is a man on the show. He's a Christian. He talking about when he hear the name Allahu Akbar, he will run away. How condescending that is. So people going, there are Christians around the world are causing a whole lot of havoc. Even right in Liberia there.
Absolutely.
Do we blame them? No. So all we are saying, when it is wrong, it doesn't matter who does the wrong. We all should condemn it. What we are saying is that you don't even want me to say that the Fulani are peaceful. You don't even want me to say it. And for sure they are peaceful. No, you say I should not say. You said I should not say it.
No, because you're making it seem that nobody since when the war
I don't care. I don't care about what Fulani people doing other part of the world. I don't care. But as far as I know, the Fulanis in Liberia has been peaceful. That is the proven fact.
Yeah, you guys know.
That is a proven fact. They are peaceful. But you don't even want me to say it. That the Fulanis in Liberia are peaceful. Who care what other Fulanis are doing other part of the world? They are Griot, Crown, Mandingo, Pele Gisi causing havoc in other part of the world. So should we blame?
Where you can show us, and then when they start in
What
like
are you
bro, we
saying?
on them too.
What are you
can
saying? I should show you.
What are they doing that? And when they start it, because y'all don't want to be honest with the conversation, for you
What
to say
are you saying?
and tell
I
me
should
that
show
I
you.
never condemn anything,
No, you have not.
or something. Yeah, because you don't. You see, you want to hear what you want to hear. You're not hearing the other side of it. I told you here several times. I don't condone nothing that has to do with somebody questioning somebody's citizenship or questioning somebody's religion or something. But you don't want to hear that because I'm not speaking your language right now. But let me say, I don't care whether you want to hear it or not, but I don't say it. And if you don't hear it because I'm not speaking whatever you want me to speak, I'm sorry about that. But I'm not going to sound like you or I'm not going to be on the same side you go be on, okay? If you have your Gisti or whatever Pele that you say in anybody in Nigeria causing problem, if they're doing something and then they start to land in Liberia like that, tell us what it is, and we will have a problem with it. Why you're being so naive to the point that you're acting that you don't see the point that people are trying to make?
Are you really?
You say we are naive?
You really just calling us so we are just?
No,
you say we are naive?
You know?
It's not. I think you're trying to be. It's
Especially you, Morris. You, Morris.
You're trying to make it look like you don't understand.
Amy, you need to take that word back. Amy, you need to take that word back.
All right, take it back.
You're not taking no word back. Grace, you're not taking no word back. Yeah, for her.
No, I take it back. But listen, you're trying to.
Amy, you let me down. You let me down.
You don't understand why these people are being nervous. That's the point, and that is being what? In denial. That's what that is. Y'all are being in denial. So when George said when he hear Allahu Akbar, he's something. When you in the mosque, you hear Allahu Akbar, that is nothing. When you in a neighborhood in Liberia, you hear Allahu Akbar, that is nothing. Be in a shopping mall in America. I don't know whether somebody just say Allahu Akbar. Everybody will not be nervous about it.
Yeah, that is obviously an indoctrination that have been.
No. Don't even go there with that. See,
but there are people that get blood of Jesus. There are people that get blood of Jesus in their mind, their head. They go do how they cause. So yeah, so what are you saying?
We see this in Hollywood movies, Amy.
What are you talking?
If you start interrupting me, you'll know what I'm talking. You always asking what I'm talking. Listen, you will hear what I'm talking.
What are you talking?
I don't want to be honest to the conversation, and we have to have it. This country or anywhere else, because and that is why stereotyping. I'm not going to say it's not, but because of what I have happened all the time. It's not all Muslim people who doing it. So that we should say, oh, it's okay for Donald Trump to be acting something on Muslim people. No.
Islam is the most peaceful religion on earth planet.
Oh my God. That is the fact that when anybody something that there will be
how many Christian causing havoc around the world?
Oh my God. Why are you making a conversation about
look at on a scale of 10.
Now you keep digging the whole thing.
Perfect. If you want me to say Christian are bad people for you to be satisfied, I would say
you don't even have to say it.
So you can go home and go sing.
Amy, you don't have to say it. You say it, you don't.
About Muslim and Christian. That's not what I'm saying.
But you keep.
But Amy, but you keep pivoting that route.
Exactly.
That's not what I'm telling you.
Amy, you keep pivoting that route though.
No,
you keep taking the route.
Let me call order, guys. Let me call order.
Everything you accuse us. Hold on, wait. Everything.
Amy, people training back. People training back. Amy, people training back.
George,
hello, I'm here.
Everything Amy have accused of not doing. No, Amy. Everything you have accused of for not doing, Akim here has said.
Okay.
Why people are alarmed?
Hi, Teray. Hi, Amy. Hi, Josh. How you guys doing?
Hi, Shelly. I saw your video. You look fabulous. When you were dancing with the kids.
When I'm saying that, nobody's saying that Christian people are perfect people here. But I don't know if that's what you're hearing. You need to stop hearing it because that's not what I'm saying. With the conversation I hear now, it's what we're talking about. So if you want me to merge, you happen now. Christian people are bad people. They got bad people.
Whether you say or not, I'm not interested. Whether you say or not, it doesn't change anything.
Oh, you keep making it all up. Oh, Christian people are doing it. Christian people are doing that. I'm not telling you that Christians are perfect.
Amy, you can say the West about Islam. It doesn't change anything. You can say the worst about Islam.
Right now. I'll tell you what happened in there. So what are you talking about here? Nobody talking about Christian Sunday or something.
Amy, you can say the worst thing. You can say the worst about Islam. It doesn't change anything. It doesn't even move me. It doesn't change anything.
That's the thing
So
right
just
there.
know that it doesn't change anything.
Let's do it one at a time. Let's not make a show noise.
But you asked me a question, right? You say something. I'm responding to you.
You keep interrupting me about Christian. So that what I'm telling you.
You keep
let me say it right now so you can be okay. But no one is saying that. Nobody's speaking ill of Islam here. I am naming a situation in which.
Let other people talk. Let other people talk.
No, you
can't be talking all day.
That's not cool. Stop that.
Putting in a bag, Amy.
But if y'all keep making this something when other people talking, y'all need to listen the way other people listen.
But how do you be talking?
You keep interrupting somebody when they're talking. Then how do you want it to stop? They keep letting I talk. You keep interrupting, and that's not cool. Go ahead, talk now. I'm listening. Oh, how you doing, Shirley? Go ahead, let me talk. Then Shirley will come in because you got something to say.
I don't have anything to say. I got something to say.
Okay, I got something to say. I got something to say.
You talk.
You had a lengthy talk here. This is something. When you're talking, because you don't like what people are saying, they wanted to shut up right away. And that's you can't be bullying the show. You can't do that.
All you have been doing to us on the show, All you have been doing to us on the show,
You had your talking, but you talk. Everybody listening. When other people talking, you will let it learn. I talk. You don't have to like what I'm saying. I don't have to like what you're saying, but I listen to you patiently.
So basically, this is what I said. Amy, I said this from the start. I don't know whether you didn't capture it or not, but this is the thing. I said, I am now oblivious to understanding why people will react the way they react.
And I also
stated that
you disturb
me. Amy, I
can talk on the show. I want to show where I can talk.
You can talk on
when I'm talking
each other.
I say even my own sister,
I have been aware of problem, man.
Tunes to Ray, who spells her last name just the way I spell my last name. President Joseph Boakai recently named her as the youth chairperson. I said Madingo, by the way, Muslim, by the way. She came up with absolute or ridiculous, outlandish statement about the whole situation. I thought it was absolutely disgusting. I made that clear. And I also said, I know how people feel. And George even said, when snake bites you, if you see anything that resembles snake, you will run. And I made that clear too. But my position is, but that's exactly what I said. George, you didn't say when snake bite you, if you see something resembles snake.
That's what I said. That's what I said.
So
I can't run away from my statement.
Okay, so my thing is, I understand how people feel the way they feel. I'm not here to kind of control how people emotions about situations are. They have the right to feel that way. But you having the right to feel how you feel does not in any way, change the fact that what your feelings or your emotions are will not be factual. You know what I mean? But
thank you for saying that.
But still, is your feeling though? Is your emotion?
Right? Yes.
Okay. So is your feeling, is your emotion, regardless, right? And I also said, if I see Madingo people grouping themselves, right, in offense, as a Madingo, I'll be alarmed. I'll be scared. And likewise, if I see Crown people doing the same, I'll be scared as well. When I see Loma people, all group of people that participated in our civil crisis, when I see them, but if I see VA people, I will not really be alarmed. Like the way most of you are with the Fula people. That's what I was saying. And if we look at it, there is no historical, empirical facts that Fula people have contributed to anything
in the region.
In our country.
In the region.
So I said that. Right?
In the region.
And let us stop beating everybody with the same broom. The Fula people action in northern Nigeria should not have anything to do with Fula people in Liberia. Likewise, the Kisi people in Guinea.
The same man who can say all tradition are stupid. That I'm talking in 1 year.
You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm saying.
Thank you.
The same man who say all tradition are stupid.
I didn't say that. Stop it. I did not.
Well, hello guys. How all of you doing? It's been a very
Sally, we are doing great.
Yeah, it's been a while. I've been listening to all of you backstage trying to understand the conversation. I was like, wow, what? I mean, Ray is really emotional in
Byron.
expressing his feeling about this situation. And I think this is my first time meeting Morris, and I was just, trying to understand like why, first of all, why are we talking over each other's and but yeah, I mean it's good
All right,
to
that's out of the show here.
and
You
actually
doing
That's
that? Stop
very
talking
nice.
over the girl. Meet yourself.
a lot of whipping
So
and saying here. We're long time.
just hearing all of you, I mean, there is good people who are Christian or Christian that there are people that say they are Christian that go to church, but they are actually not Christian because being a Christian or being a Christ follower, I would like to say, is having a relationship with Jesus Christ. And once you have a relationship with God, your walk, your action is different from someone who would just claim that they are going to church. So I just want to make it clear that not because someone go to church make them a Christian. Okay, so that word is loose. People will use that word loosely, but I think a Christian is someone who, or a believer, I mean, is someone who has a relationship with Jesus Christ, who know that regardless of where they are, be it whether they in secret or they in public, they have integrity, they get to do the right thing, even if no one else is watching them.
I think we can also say that about every religion, right?
Thank you. That's what
There's
I'm about
people
to.
who call themselves Muslim, but they can be acting like it.
That's exactly where I was going. I
I
am
totally
in.
agree with you, Shelley. You're absolutely right.
So
Yeah, we
yeah,
got
so we,
Muslims.
so
Yeah,
we have the good Muslim, we have the bad
It's in
Muslim,
me.
and it's everywhere. So I think like the argument of us trying to prove our point about the Muslim and the Christian, because
Right.
we are all human beings and we were made out of the same thing, which is the dust. So we have the ability to not be perfect. And we also have the ability to keep ourselves accountable, to suppress the things that are going to make us look bad out there. So it's choices that people have to make every single day. And that's what I think. But I don't think anyone should be treated different based on where or what they believe in.
What they
Like
believe in, right?
we all should be treated the same. But yeah, I'm so happy that I was able to make it on here tonight.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So it's good
Oh,
that you said that because I've said it from the beginning, but nobody heard me because the rest of
yeah,
my
glad to have you, Shelley.
the rest of what I said was not pleasing to the ears. So that's why, like I said, a small group of people from a religion can be doing something. It doesn't mean that everybody doing it.
Yes.
It's the first for people to come and want to equip that to or why is after the Muslim, why they after the Fuda, why they after the Mandingo. Fuda, a few Fuda people can be doing something. It doesn't mean all the Fuda people are peaceful. It doesn't mean that. In every tribes, in every village, they are good and bad. So you can't tell me say, oh, because you got peaceful or people, there's some all of the people are peaceful. They got some.
Even as a parent, right? I'm sure all of us on here we are parents. Even as a parent, you see a brother and sister are from the same stomach, but they come out and they are different. You will find some of them will be good, some of them will love school, some of them won't. I mean, so everywhere this is it's normal.
So that's why I said when somebody talk about one group of people, it doesn't mean that they hold something for everybody to say, oh, they always do it to they put it always. That's the part I don't like. But go ahead, George.
But Mari, it's
look,
nice
thank you.
meeting you. You lean back like a
You know Morris. Morris been here for how long? You can be watching. You know Morris.
Mari has been here for a while. He's so stubborn. He cannot.
Yeah, no, I'm saying like so. Actually,
He imparts probation. Yeah.
Oh, to be honest, share the platform with him.
Yeah.
All right, look, gentlemen, look, this is clear. One of the things that we cannot do, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry. This thing we gotta be very mindful what we say. One of the things that we cannot do to ourselves is to pretend. And for me, that's one of the things that I don't do, to pretend as if I am okay when I'm not okay. People say there's strength in pretending that you're okay, telling people that you're okay when you're not okay. Well, it's your strength. For me, my strength is to tell people I'm not okay and tell them what my problem is and they can help me. I will come on here and say and pretend and say, oh, everything is okay, the thing that people doing, it's okay, blah 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 blah. For me, I don't think Muslims are bad people. I don't think Christians are bad people. I think individuals can act based on certain beliefs they have. So I'm not going to use one brush like you guys, the way you do to sedition, say we ain't get sense. I don't do it to people. It's just like you go under the tree there, you eat a leaf, like Christmas, you eat a leaf, they do that, no sense. All your sense can run away from your head. You laughing, right? It doesn't happen. Yeah, you wear the barrack. The barrack can tell your sense from your head. So for me, I won a lot of barracks, and the CDC barracks, the only barrack I've ever won. But the thing is that we would not sit and pretend. I would not sit here. I would not be doing myself any good to sit here and say what I saw on that video was okay. I condemn it, and I think we should, as Liberians, we should move on. The government has already made her decision that group is our law, and so we stand with them and make sure that if they want to become, they have to tell us what they want to do, where they want to assemble, what they want to do it. Because you cannot say you have national security, Fulani national security, to do what a guy must, and then the people say the bulk of the threat is when they are coming from the houses. Then what they need to do is to improve the security of the nation, not to have groups. Because guess what? Near my house, these people have crusade almost every night. Those people will be down there causing noise. I can't sleep. I will be tracing training. I will use my earplugs not to sleep. Those people can go home too. They could say, okay, since we can come for crusade, most of the time we want to farm our national security of Assembly of God Church or national security of this thing here. For me, it will just blow out of context. So the good thing is that let the Liberian government provide security for all our citizens so that people can feel safe to go and do it, to go about, because that their primary duty. That's why we voted for Boakai. You guys voted for Boakai because you felt that the criminal rate in the country was high. I agree with you. Sometimes I came from Liberia and felt that there's a little bit calm. I didn't see 2 months ago, even though they won't watch my car 3-4 times, still, just to get out $500 from me, yeah. But still, I feel that a little bit calm. I'm a CDC telling you, look at my name, CDC Australia. But I feel that this time, there's a little bit sense of security in the country more. There was security, I will tell you, there was security during the CDC government, but this time I went around, it was the more sense of security, because that's why we could see police visibly in the street, in different parts of the place. And I felt that, I feel that the RG Koma is doing extremely well with the police, and I think he should continue doing that. I think Boakai should keep it there.
That's my daddy right there.
Okay, thank you. Thanks money for me. I've been praising him. So the thing is that we have to, as of people, if we have issues with our security, the government has to address it. We cannot take the law into our own hands and say we form our own security. So let's just move on from this. We all learn a lesson from this because it's very polarized. This particular topic is a very polarized topic. We cannot finish it because the emotion will flare and we'll do something else. So maybe let's move to the next topic. Thank you so much.
What I think is that I don't think that it's wrong for them to have a community watch to protect, to want to be there for each other when they're going to the mosque or when they're going to something. There's nothing wrong with that. It's the name and the information is something that had people nervous. But for people to be in denial, to not understand it, then you got community watch all the time. I don't know, is it what they don't call them vigilante anymore or whatever. You can do that. You get that what even political parties, then when they have you something, they say they got something there that it can be there and something. You can do that. But to gather, and they said that the justice minister know about it, the justice minister deny it. Police know about it, police deny it. How do you want people to feel? I agree. Other people will not understand that it's very something. So anybody have any lies, we can move on to that.
Yeah. So have the police made any independent statement of, because according to Avi Kumar, who was former 10 whatever he was, he said these groups they in existence.
I think the police now they said
And Yega Kulba, but by that time, Greg Okume was there too. But there's the thing. Charlie, thank you very much for bringing a renowned perspective to this discourse. Look, every religion has its phonetics. You know what I'm saying?
So when I said it from the beginning, you didn't hear it because the rest of it you wanted to hear it.
Anyway, you see, there's the thing. To be fair with the conversation, right? You, for whatever reason, right? You always seem to have like a different interest in a conversation, right? I can come on here, right? I can come on here and say, you know what was done over there, and I've done that several times, right? And I also, even with Amara Kone outburst, what Amara Kone said, I said, look, if Amara Kone has echoed anything like that, and people found displeasure in what the senator said, he's not representing Une Manungo people in a country. Babulu Kante is one of the most diverse country in the whole of Liberia. Right?
You didn't say that.
More people, Madingo people, and
Morris, who said that? Was it you?
People should go and ask the senator for clarity. The people have the right to. Oh yeah.
You said the senator had the right to that. Morris, the one was telling you, said he doesn't represent one ethnicity in Babulu. It's diverse.
Okay. Now I'm saying, and I also said, even though I also claim that if the senator made that assertion, I don't have problem with the president. I mean, the senator saying my people, right? And if anybody, even though Morris was totally against that, we wish, of course. And I also made it clear, if people had any issue with it, or the senator just speaking like that without providing any sort of backing or a statement, then the people can say, okay, Senator, can you give us any scenario, any occurrence, any data, any whatsoever, right? Because he's a public figure, and when he's making public statement, he should have public accountability to the people. I totally agree with that. But my thing is, if a Madingo person or Muslim is caught doing something, I don't like the generalization. I don't like that.
Yeah, it shouldn't be that way.
You know what I'm saying, right? Like the Keta and the Kamara doing that land issue in Relay. That is the Kamara and the Keta family. That have nothing to do with me to Ray. You know what I'm saying? Let it deal with in a civil court or whatever that is. But I don't want people to say, oh, the man who put us again. No, don't say that. Even the news media, the Spoon Network, they are reported, they're all running without it. Oh, man who put us again. Man who put us again. And when that happens, now every Madingo person become a target on something that I have nothing to do with. You know what I'm saying? So when I'm saying we that on these airwaves and stuff like that, we have a shared responsibility in bringing calm and sanity to the discussion. All right? We can come on here and be sort of like inflaming the situation and start adding to what is already being exposed out there. Because when we start talking about Boko Haram, right, that evil empire, then we look at Al-Qaeda and Al-Shabaab and all this stuff. Like people naming all of these things. You know what I'm saying? Liberia have not had any history since 1847 of extremism. Never. So let us not stop talking because one me I know I'm a believer in God. When you start to say something, more than likely sometimes that thing may come looking for you on your doorstep.
We reject that.
You know what I mean? And I pray that that's not the case. Because people can say, how far from shedding the bubble? You know what I'm saying? But when we start talking about these things and knowing how vulnerable our territories are, when they are illicit money happening in places that we don't even know about, in places like Grand Jide, right? People Burkina Faso are in our bushes, money. So these are critical issues that we're supposed to be talking about.
So DeRay, let me ask you a question.
That is just my position.
Yeah, let me just go
let me ask DeRay one question. And I know he just mentioned all of these things, which I agree with. But isn't that the fact that the reason why people are nervous? Because we are so I don't know Moko, I was open border or whatever calls there, open door policy or whatever. Anybody can come in pretending to be anybody. Even people can come from Nigeria pretending to be Liberians, but when they open their mouth, you know they sound different. From Nigeria, from Ghana, from everywhere. They do that. Anybody can come acting like Liberians. So isn't that a reason that people? So don't you think that's some of the reason people are nervous or something? You think is because of hate or whatever? Or I mean, some people. Let me be honest with you. Some people from the utterance from their mouth talking about these things, you know, they are hateful. And we got those in Liberia. People who always trying to question other people, citizenship. That one is clear. We know them. When they talk, we know we the way they sound and the writing and they put down, we know it. We know that they are just ordinary, hateful people who think that nobody else has citizenship in Liberia, but their tribes. We get that part. But for the majority that are being nervous about the situation, right? Like what you name right now, don't you think that's the reason why?
Well, look, Amy, that could be the reason. And like I
Anyway,
said,
I'm gonna go. It's nice hanging out with y'all for a little bit.
Thank you, Shelley. Thank you very much.
Yeah, you know, visit.
Shelley, go to.
Yeah, you know, visit.
I'll be on another time for I'm gonna get ready for service tomorrow.
Yeah, no.
All right, Shelley. Yeah, good.
Have a fantastic service now.
Good seeing you. Good seeing you, Shelley.
That could be part of the reason, right? But equally so, you got people, and one happens to be that guy they call James Goode Flomo. You know what I mean? I've gone back and forth with that brother for a couple of, but I give on him, man. Right? I understand. Everybody got their own biases. I mean, it's understand. Like, I mean, it's well understood. The guy came over a story today about experiencing the Civil War, how his grandma had to, do what he got to do. He talked about how one of his uncle was killed and all that stuff. James Goode Flomo. That is all of our experiences, bro. What are you talking about? Like, if we all should talk about people that got butchered, people that got killed in our country, every Liberian have a story to say, bro. But we're trying to forge ahead. And what you are doing, you are inflaming that very ugly situation that you had a past experience on. So that's the thing I don't understand. Like, somebody went and took picture of Arabs. Everybody that been like, bro, from you know very well, during Ramadan, you got this Arab that can come from Ethiopia, someone that can come from, to come and what? To come and spend the Ramadan. That been happening since Joseph Jenkins Robert time. You know what I'm saying, right? People migrating to come in and have, it's like when the Jehovah's Witness people come to Liberia, people visit everybody's homes, right? But you're gonna go take Arab pictures, right? And then put it on social media, then saying, oh, you see the Muslim people. Yeah, so somebody did that. They went and took, it was 3 Arab papi in their white garment and stuff. They took their picture, put it on social media. You see, the terrorists now start coming in our country. I mean, come on, man. Are we not causing our own trouble? So I mean, these are some of the things we're talking about. And I asked them to be corrected, right? I have never, ever, for some reason, I have never, since I started becoming involved with Liberian public discourse and stuff like that, I've never seen any Muslim post, right, inciting on ground that Christians have done this, done that. You know what I'm saying? I've not seen it. Never. Or invoking Christianity in any shenanigans. I've never seen it. And I stand to be corrected. Yes, Muslims have made reckless comment. That Pekin that you're talking about, Isiaka, I know the Pekin. I know him personally. That's sorry, Pekin. I know him personally. You know what I'm saying?
Sorry, like that.
He made that statement, right? I did not like it because number one, if we live in a country, we should allow the government, the proper authority, to make their position on issues before we come out to start making reckless comment. I don't think it's good for us, right? But likewise, I will find it so interesting that people can go and find Justina Taylor. Justina, perhaps me, I know that girl.
Yeah,
she's definitely going through a mental hallucination. right? So I'm not even gonna take us seriously because
She is
somebody
sick.
that
She's very
no,
sick.
look, I'm telling you that
I
they're
know
sick.
what Barbara said, but some of the
You know what I'm saying?
posts
No, she is
need
sick.
to stop
Do you
that.
know
She
that
is
girl
sick.
brought out a reckless statement in America yet? When someone going between African American and African,
Yeah.
the girl went on social media. She said, "African American, we are ready. If you come to our
That's not like
hospital,
real BS there. You want to bring,
the
but
girl brought her here." And one African American picking went, did a video, went her job, researched her job, took her job address, put it on it. I mean, I'm like, this girl is insane. So I don't even take her seriously. Seriously.
yeah,
You know,
might you get cut license. That's just stupidity. Plain out
you know,
police. But go ahead.
yeah. Look, you see, for me, I'm one person who I really don't care about what you say about Islam because what you say about Islam, good or bad, for me, I just feel it have no effect on a religion. Because this is a religion that got over 2 billion population. So why you will sit somewhere and say, because there are two things that I look at when you say things about the religion. There are two things. Either you'll be speaking from the point of ignorance or the point of hate, whichever way you might come from. I really don't care. The only thing is that sometimes we can remind you to say, look, if you said this about this religion, but this is why your religion is doing too. I think it's fair enough to send a reminder to you. That's all. But other than that, look, we have a country where there are a whole lot. We have a country that we have experienced a lot. And you can only make judgment. You can only make a fair judgment by precedent. You cannot say somebody is bad where there's no history of that person being bad. What we are saying, we are not saying that what the Fuller people do. And the last time we even condemned. We condemned the Fuller woman that Fuller people get on the street or protesting. We condemn it on the very show. But what we are saying is that if a group of people come together to form a group, whatever the thing is, that do not equate that. We all should condemn. As much as we condemn the group, we should also condemn those who are saying that this has something to do with Muslim and this. Yes, the people have the right to be nervous, but at the same time, there's no argument about that. Mandingo Muslims is the most marginalized group in the country, so you expect some of them to be reactionary. I mean, it's two-way street. As much as you expect the people to be nervous, at the same time too, this is just the black in America. Why me eating again? They could get angry because of the way they have been treated from history upon history. Don't blame them for that. If you have a group that always they be marginalized, the any other group, you expect them to get vexed. So what we are saying that we all should be condemned. We all should condemn people that are from all angles that say, look, do not form this group because of this extra reason. At the same time, too, do not equate this group to a whole group of people. That's our position. It's simple as that. If we want a better country, all we are saying.
Thank you.
So Maurice, can I ask you a question?
Go ahead.
Are you a Muslim or a Christian? I know it's irrelevant to the discussion, but I just want to know.
It is not irrelevant. I'm a Muslim.
Oh, okay, good. Then I understand how the topic is going. But thank you for taking the courage to answer my question.
When we all talking about preaching peace, and then when we start to talk and it doesn't resemble peace, that's hypocrisy. Let's just be plain blank period about that, because we align with certain groups. Okay, if somebody comes here and starts to say, oh, a Christian and the Christian and that, I think that, well, it's not all Christian, because I know there are some bad Christians. I'm not going to sit here and be oblivious to the fact that, oh, Christians are peaceful people. Oh, Christians are like this. Christians are like that. You can be fake and be in denial all you want. You don't know all Christians. And there are Christians all around the world that are doing some bad things. Do I know them? Because they carry the title Christian. So that's supposed to make me to be, because somebody is a Christian. No, you got to differentiate them. Now all people are doing about for me. When I say, oh, Christian, oh, and Buddhists and like that too, and Buddhists and like that too, then what are you doing?
Well, Amy, that is same thing y'all can be doing. Oh,
not talking about politics here, man. They making
okay.
How they call it? You're making it like a war between something. No, the way you're trying to do it is like to calm the conversation. You try to make
This
the
one
person
is very
think that the
sweet.
person is naive or hateful. You try to calm it and try to differentiate. That's how you educate. You don't go and try to make it look like, oh, it's about their own group, it's about our other group. What's the point to that? So that's what some of us are saying. You don't like what we're saying, that's your business. Whoever commenting and stuff, but what I'm saying is I'm gonna be fair to the conversation. Whether you like it suit your boat, suit your boat. Therese here saying he knows a lot of my family, and he knows that I grew up in a household that have a lot of. I got nothing against anybody when it comes to. I have conversation all the time with a lot of Muslims in my life. You're not even know for somebody to say, but I'm just sick when for me to come in and talk about what I witnessed growing up to, and for somebody to try to minimize that and try to make it look like it's nothing, then you either speaking from there or you either speaking, then that's your business. Then you're not trying to be fair to the discussion. You in your feelings about things, but it all has to be out there. There are a lot of Liberian people, and all the time I come in and say, who thinks that somebody, because somebody come from somewhere, and the constitution says non-Negro. Fuda people are non-Negroes. If they're born there, they're raised there, why would you call those people foreigners? But that's not what the conversation was about. So, and if somebody make it about citizenship or something, then they are wrong on that. I say all the time, somebody being treated a certain way, that's wrong. We are in ECOWAS, something said region. Aren't we all supposed to be what? Brothers and sisters, now we told to carry the same passports. But does that mean when somebody doing something wrong, you shouldn't, or it looks like there's something wrong? Because we could be wrong. People who are nervous could be wrong, right? And people who are defending them could also be wrong. No, you don't know these people in personally. You don't know what they're thinking. You don't know what they're planning, because they try to hide on that kind of pit that you believe in, or we all think that is something, or we see some peaceful people and then we try to say characterize everybody as that something because it's something. No, then you're not being fair to the discussion. That's the point. I'm not talking from both sides of my mouth. I'm being honest and being fair with both conversation from both sides. And because you didn't hear it, but what I said when you something, and for us to be listening to each other and not just something, so they're talking about my this, they're talking about my that, then we'll understand the conversation something. Because what Shredder said is from the beginning, is what I said. But everybody else, because I was on the pull up, we need to stop that. It's something that nobody want to hear that.
The yellow machine.
It's something. So that's it. But today was the barrier of Phyllis. But some people said it last night. A lot of people had a mixed feeling about this boy Barry, about this boy death. Like every other warlords, when it comes to that, right? The lady loves her son. I mean, I know his dad.
I've changed my position on it, Amy.
You do. I mean, his dad was. I mean, or something. But at the end of the day, she's a mother, right? That's her son. So why we always feel some type of way about it? When I saw her in pain, I actually felt bad for her, and just something was there. Rest in peace. What's that? Sorry, rest in peace on Philip, and I think I speak for everybody, but Teresa and change my own there. Have a sympathy, Mama Joel, right? So
I changed my mind on it.
Yeah, thank you for changing your mind. It's a noble thing to do.
Yeah, because Amy, should I come in?
Yeah.
So look, basically, let me say this. And I changed my mind based on the fact that I literally just I watched an interview done by Tucker Carlson. Just recently, as recent as day before yesterday, he flew into Israel to go and interview the American ambassador, Mark Huckabee. And the conversation was 2 hours. I recommend anybody to watch that interview.
Israel?
It's on YouTube, yeah. But he went there purposely to interview the American ambassador, Mark Huckabee. So, and sometimes we learn. And I'm not, like, for me, if I'm wrong, because I made the statement publicly and I'm going to come publicly to say I have changed my position on it. Let me tell you,
I mean,
I
we
don't
are
think
human.
nobody should be held accountable for crime committed by their spouse
That's true.
or their parent or whatsoever. If we do that, then obviously we have missed the mark. Because number one, I've come to learn about that young man, and not just even that, just looking at his demeanor. There was his son that came on in Liberia for a long time. It's called Everybody Pop Bowling, and he was actually on that track.
Yeah, he was in that,
Yes,
right?
he was on that track, and just going back down to say, okay, this was a crime. That guy was. I don't even think he was even born at the time when the whole thing started, or maybe he was. We will know.
He was 43 years old.
But I'm just saying, then he was relatively young, maybe 6-7 years old at the time.
Yeah,
So, and to just blame that person for a crime committed by the parent and not to actually wish him rest in peace, the least that we all can do as human. I think that was that was harsh from our part. So I want to apologize. I want to wish.
Don't beat yourself up. Was it just you? A lot of people have been.
And my position was actually my position to have just dismissed his passing and stuff like that was motivated by the atrocity committed by his dad, and not really giving him the benefit of the doubt and not understanding that we can't hold people accountable for, you know what I'm saying? So I had to regain that through that interview with Tucker Carlson. Just because somebody's father was a terrorist or somebody's father, participated in something, that does not give you any right to wipe the entire family off the earth. And that was the interview that Tucker Carlson, a U.S. renowned journalist, flew into Israel, interviewed the American ambassador, and that topic came about. How do you justify this? And then I was like, damn. I think I need to go rectify something. And Amy, thank you so very much for bringing this up and giving me the opportunity to realize my missteps and actually come on this same very platform that I make that absolute insane statement on, to come and retract and apologize and wish Brother Phil, my heartfelt condolences to his mother and obviously all his loved ones, man. I mean, so rest in peace. Thank you.
Yeah.
All right. So this hits home because how they call him the former vice president is really, my wife is actually related to the former vice president, and Philip during the war, Philip lived with his auntie in Harper, Maryland County. That's when his father fled, when came back, all those things. Yeah, so he lived in Maryland for a bit as a kid, and then they came to Monroeville, and then he's been around for a while. It's a tragic end to a promising life. I think he was an aspiring musician as well.
And he has some trouble, right?
He was in look, drug. Yeah, he was in trouble with that. His mom tried with it. Even my classmate, they're all friends. My classmate too, who was very bright, got caught up with that, caught in that drug web as well. But look, like Teresa said it no better than the way I can say. You just like we were saying from the beginning, you cannot say because a Muslim does something, so that means all the Muslims are, guilty. And so we cannot look at Phil and say because his dad was a rebel leader, so that means this, that. Let me tell you, even if you look at Charles Sitter, I don't hate Charles Sitter. I don't think Charles Sitter is a bad man. I don't think so. I disagree with anybody who says Charles Sitter is a bad man. And even though people die. Yeah, no, this is my view, guys. Let me express my view.
I know you see me on that cool there too hard.
in revolution, people will die. Innocent people will die. It's just what it is. Revolution, it takes life, but it's a sacrifice that people make to change the trajectory of a country. Before that revolution, President Bouakai did not smell government job. The first time he entered. No, can I say something? The name Widow they need Toure.
Oh
Those
boy.
days were only Marshall, were only Francis, were only Jackson, were only those are the people that we saw in government. You never had any indigenous person in government. Charles Sumner brought this revolution. It changed people's mind and even displaced us. And today, some of us, maybe if I remain in Liberia, I'm not going to be educated.
I heard Samuel Doe. I heard Sam Dookie. I heard
Yeah.
who else again? Before Chancellor brought it, y'all help me out, guys. Before Chancellor brought the war, y'all name the name that we heard. So what do you mean? Before Doe or before Chancellor brought the war? Make it clear.
Okay, so the thing is that Chancellor worked in those government.
Mm-hmm.
At the same time, it was when they just killed the American Liberian who was the president. I want to call his name. That's when Doe then came to power. Because I just feel that it's an irrelevant fact that I want to pass on. So the thing is that when that happened, the country was still shaky. Things were still happening. Chancellor came back, and the revolution it did some bad things like every revolution does, but it did some good things as well. Today we have people, you and myself can sit in different countries and be able to supply our people to give them better lives. And let me tell you, growing up in Flevo, going to school, I never had any dream bigger than what I have today. Who knows what will happen? But guess what? Revolution in itself will destroy life. It will kill people, but it has its own positive impact as well. So I don't think we should sit there and say, look, when the people came, they killed certain ethnic groups because they felt that ethnic group were doing this, doing that. Those things happen in war and happen in, those things. But I don't think it should be something that we should, claim against his son. And it was revolution. And I even saw Charles kill his own soldier for killing somebody who was called a crime man or called a management man. You know what I mean? So these things happen, and we all need to now heal and move forward. Then casting that thing on, people, children, and the generations to come. It should end with us. We have the energy, we have the knowledge, we have the education, and I want to thank my brother Toure, because if Toure was some ignorant person, he was not going to retry his statement. It's because he's educated and because he taught it. Guess what? When you go to school, they don't just teach you ABC, they teach you how to think critically. And I think my brother thought critically, and he realized by listening to that show, he analyzed it. Not people listen to that show and they stay went by home and they stay ignorant. But he listened to that show and he said, look, this is something that I need to take into consideration. And brother, I want to thank you for that foresightedness. And we say goodbye to Phil. We hope that we'll meet again. And as children of God, we have the belief and that when Judgment Day comes, we'll all sit together and sing the glorious land of liberty and all our country.
Go ahead, Morris. You're not
yeah. Now we're closing or are just on this topic? On this topic. All right. Yeah. The thing here is that I have a religious traditions that teach me not to speak bad of the deaf. When somebody died, it doesn't matter who that person was. Don't speak bad about it. You can either speak good about it. Yes, that's what the Islamic religion teaches you to do. Don't speak bad of the person. You either speak good or just keep quiet. Don't speak bad about the person. So personally, for me, I sympathize, with our mother, our ma, because look, we all got children. We even want our children to bury us, not for us to bury our children. Nobody want to bury nobody want their child. For you to bury your child, you almost 80, 70, 60-year-old, you bury your 40-year-old child. Nobody want that. So it is pathetic, it is sad. But if we flip the coin around, say that again. If we flip the coin around, we also have to understand too that we got almost 8 billion people in the world. And Liberia, we got almost 5 million persons in the country, estimately. We all cannot react the same way. No, it's not possible. There are people that will hold things. They will hold it the way they see it.
The way it happened, let go.
Right. And you have to understand too that when we got children, we got family, we should also care for how we live our life. I always say this. You don't only live your life for yourself, you live your life for especially your people that are really connected to you, your children.
Mm-hmm.
Those people that are getting angry too, take for instance, there were people, their children got murdered right in their presence, in their eyes. Their children got murdered. How dearly that child was to them. Those children got murdered in their presence. There were people, their mothers, their mother, their father got killed, in their presence, and they live with that trauma forever. So when those people react in the way, sometimes you don't get too angry with them because we all cannot react the same way. It's just a fact. We all can react the same way. So as much as we will sympathize, we feel for the woman, that's her son. Nobody wants their son, their child at that young age to pass away. But at the same time, too, other people too, they will feel other way. Oh, but and her father do this too. That's it. When a child gone to. So, I mean, we all can react the same way. That's just what I want to say. But may she get the courage and just get over it that the young man has gone. He will not come back. She just got to move on. It is sad to bury your young child, like I said. I mean, she just got to take the courage. I feel for her. I'm in sympathy with her. Like, I hope she get the courage and she'll be able to move on in the shortest possible time. That's all I can say. No.
I don't know. It's gonna be short. That was her only son, right, or only child? So it's gonna.
A lot of people didn't even know.
I think there are two.
Yeah, the only two children that people really knew about are Zoe Taylor, that Zoe Taylor and Chucky, because they are the way they conducted. Exactly, Zoe Taylor and how they call it, Chucky Taylor. But the other children, people didn't even know about it because they were quiet. They were living their quiet life, Yeah. So like the young man, he was very quiet. Nobody even know about him that much. So in his own life, he was a peaceful young man, But it is what it is,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, guys, Mary, Teray, your Auntie Mary back on the scene. Power theft. Mary, bro. Papa call Mary. I help.
You're not easy again. My own official then stealing power.
Mary back for what is the name? Power theft.
For real?
After arresting her for better arrest.
When the Papa said Mary,
no sense.
You know what? Amy, let's toss it. Yeah, I'm getting a little disappointed here.
Yeah.
Because you mean to tell me that we don't have any qualified librarian there and to recycle all these old politicians, like all these old government like officials? I mean, this is insane.
Was she dismissed?
Well, she I don't think she had any position in this in a rescue mission.
No, she didn't.
If somebody tell me that she back, then obviously look. Amy, look, let me say this right. There's a petition going over
to impeach Boakai?
No, to
okay.
A petition going over for a reconstruction of a new university, of a new state.
Oh yeah. I think I signed that too. I need to sign that.
Yeah, something that was I think it have to do with brother Lepulu Leo. But did you see the new Arthur Graham's law school that they just built?
Law school?
Yeah, man. I think graduate law school or something like that. But I mean, it's a picture that has been circulated on Facebook.
Is that AI? Is it real?
It's not AI. They do a dedicated there recently.
Oh. Who built it?
But if you look at it, of
a private.
If you look at it, Amy,
I come in you guys, man.
Yeah, I was like, we need to our time changed now. But this is the thing though.
Really?
The first construction was done in 1951. That's like a 3-story building. But the one they rescue mission just built. I mean, I'm like, yo, man, we should be talking about 4-story building, not coming back to 2. You can have 3-story building in 1951, then you can't get in 2026. What are we doing, man? Like, their government need to really look at things and try to alleviate any sort of PR blunder, man. And I think they need to do better.
But Ray, do you think that maybe carrying it up wasn't something, but they brought it on the ground? Do you know that sometimes you can use the sky in space, or you use the width? So it depends.
I don't know, man, but that structure
height doesn't matter. It depends how many rooms or how many.
That structure look like somebody family of Yahoo's, man. It's just bad. It's just ridiculous. But look, that university, because this is my belief, right? A rescue mission, just the Nimitz of rescue mission. Anybody who look at that university that we got over there.
Where is it?
The university? Library University? It's right. It's literally behind around the Justice Ministry there.
So why
is it really dilapidated? It is bad. The classroom, I think there's a lead infection going on in that place there.
Yeah.
The whole wall is messed up. The painting has been absolutely erosion going on. Even the walking pavement is all messed up. And don't even talk about the lack of sanitation around campus. I was there. One of my little brother was attending university at the time. I actually visited him. And I was shocked. I said, that place that campus is a hazard.
The structure is
no human being should be in that kind of structure. I'm sorry. Human beings should not be in that structure.
It sounds dangerous.
Right? And if you're going to use that as a state-funded university, then what are we doing? Because if we talk about that 3 things, when you want to add value on people's lives, right? Education is number 1. Because when you educate people, you are literally enhancing their human capacity, right? Where they cannot be reliant on government, but rather they can use their intelligence to fend for themselves, right? That's number 1. Number 2, healthcare, obviously. You need to keep people healthy in a country, But the government care about that because they are not looking for any labor, something because they're not creating jobs. But then the third one is to really, really bring about safety, right? That's create a safe environment where people can move freely and interact freely and something. Once you do those 3 things,
don't worry.
Once you do those 3 things, then you are good. Education, healthcare, and security. That's it. That's all you need to focus on. The rest of the team will being for themselves. But it's Ramadan, which you gotta wake up early. It's almost 1 o'clock here. I need to really give it.
Yeah.
But George, always nice meeting you, my brother.
Thank you, everyone.
Man.
Hopefully you and I can meet like bro one day, George. I think you and I
we should, man. We should.
We should up, but we gotta be looking how I should go before George go ahead. Looking at what do with it.
George call his citizen man.
They whip you good.
but I think that.
You have said it more. I'm gonna catch you down there. Guys, man, it's nice, man. Let's do this another time. Look, just my own is not going to be a long one. Just closing. I want to thank you guys. It's always good to have this conversation. Yeah, these conversations are always needed to be had because, look, no one else can do what we should do or what we can do for our country. We cannot, sit by some parley and then people discuss, our country and then we think that, look, even though some of us have 2 passports in our back pocket, but guess what? The main passport in my back pocket is Liberian passport. So I'm
I need
very
that
proud,
envelope
and
passport.
yeah, I got it, man. Don't worry, I got my own.
That
My
green
own
boy,
coming
that
as
big
far as
boy, which one is it?
green. Yeah, yeah. So I get green and blue in my back pocket, but it doesn't matter, you know. So the good thing is that Liberians, we can recognize each other, you know, every part of the world. We can come together and talk about our country and see how best we can, you know, to live the lives of our people. And I want to thank you, Ture, you know, for condemning that structure that was put there by Boakai, thinking as if we had gone back to his village, you know, even though in his hometown, the Foya, the infrastructure there is better than the one he built for the country. You see, that's the thing. And guess what? They named that infrastructure in Foya presidential villa, presidential resident. You know what I mean? It could be, you know, when he leaves power, the next president will use it. But who president want to go to Foya to go and be there for all that while? You know what I mean? So I mean, it's just a complete waste. That money could have been used to build a new university. But then they build a kitchen and then they say that university. So look,
They
guys,
renovated it
this
or they
government is not serious. This government is not serious. And let's do all we can do to get them out of power so that Liberia can pick up again, because what is happening now, we are going nowhere with Boakai being at the helm of power. Thank you. God bless you and God bless Liberia.
Merz, you want close?
Yeah, just brief. I would just pick on what to say about the university. I saw that structure. I don't know whether it is true. And they call it the act of the state of the act, or whatever.
State of the art.
Yeah, state of the act, whatever they call it.
About
But look,
Nigeria.
the thing here is that I always say this: as a country, the government alone does not develop or change the country. The people themselves change the country, and this has been the problem from day one. This has been like the problem for day one. The citizen, because even the university even university itself has an entity by itself, supposed to have realized that 1951 LU is one of the oldest universities in Africa. Yeah, it's one of the oldest. You still got that structure down there called university, but instead you got these young boys singing, dancing whole day from one quality, this and that. This is the university have not even recommend one who know a research paper to submit for anything in that country. No, LU is the biggest university in that country. They have not done any research on agriculture, on this, on that in our country. The only thing they know to sing, dance, condemn this corner. So you see, so as a country, we all have to put together to change the country. Other than that, government will come, government will go, government will come, government will go. But it's good to be here. We will try to come here every time we got a chance, and we have to speak, regardless of how
come here every time. Make sure does not, because if we was gonna do well, I don't think we're gonna be struggling
Just say you don't think
to be doing what's going on right now.
you lied and move we are.
So that's why from the progress that is being made and that have been made, we don't want to go back, right? So we're not, guys. We're not going back to it's the same.
Who you talking?
There's not one new person in our group. It's the same again. So
who on here say to wait myself will not me because I'm too short. That's why, right?
Please start putting your hiding my closing. So there's nothing new that's gonna happen. It's not gonna go back. Because if President Boakai was gonna pick up from where my Ellen stops, but now Liberia has made a lot of progress, right? Tremendously. What Trump can say? Bigly. Then Liberia, but we went back
I let her get in if kura wura shula.
6 years we went back instead of going forward. We went back, and then after making this progress in 6 years, and then we'll come back again. So bring the people that took us back to go back. God forbid it. The devil is allowed to go hit us like that, and we'll always be here to do this. We'll make sure if we had to go walk in the poo-poo water too, we'll go walk in it to make sure that does not happen. If it's not President Boakai, they got all of good Liberians there that we have not tried before. We're not going back to the people who we tried before and they destroy us. disgrace us on the world stage and did everything, and then we come back and say we want to go back to them and put them back on there. What are we looking for? What we Liberian was just who love suffering now? That's not gonna be what Jebby's thinking all the thing that Jebby going back. No, that's we passed that.
You are
here.
suffering, we are done. You are suffering, we are done.
Of course.
I see.
So, thank you, everyone.
Other people
I said
enjoy it. Yeah?
Liberians, it doesn't have to be me. Liberians who are in the country.
Good night.
Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. We see you guys well in Monday. Enjoy your fasting. Enjoy your Sunday. Enjoy everything. We thank you. We'll see you. Let's continue to talk Liberia. Good night. And Sunday, already, you say you're checking for church?